Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, Buiqui to acquire 35 Elixir trainer aircraft. K-State opens aviation maintenance courses to high schoolers. FAA changes Notam acronym again. And I'm your host, Talon Lee. Welcome to Airborne Flight Training, a weekly program dedicated to future aviators and aviation professionals. Airborne Flight Training is brought to you in part by King Schools. King Schools has been leading the effort in producing expert aviation training programs and computer-based learning software for over 50 years. Find out why pilots love King teaching at kingschools.com. Now let's get into today's stories. Buiqui to acquire 35 Elixir trainer aircraft. Elixir Aircraft, a French general aviation manufacturer, recently signed a letter of intent with Buiqui Aerospace for the sale of 35 trainers. The new rides will be put to work at Buiqui's flight school in Orlando, Florida, once they receive FAA Part 23 certification. Elixir Aircraft was founded in 2015 in La Rochelle, France. The manufacturer is best known for its fourth-generation trainer, which was certified by EASA under CS23 in 2020. However, it's still waiting on the FAA's green light. 30 Elixir aircraft are in service worldwide, and 300 more orders have been tallied. The fourth-generation trainer was specially developed for modern flight training needs. It uses a single-piece molded carbon fiber airframe called the Carbon One-Shot that leaves less room for failure, simplifying production and maintenance. It features a spin-resistant wing, an explosion-proof fuel tank, and a BRS parachute. The aircraft also has oleo-pneumatic landing gear, like many of today's trainers, to accommodate the infamous student pilot tooth rattlers. Buiqui plans to base the trainers at its Orlando flight school, which is one of 3 locations in the organization's network. The company has trained over 350 students worldwide and holds connections with more than 10 carriers. After the break, AEROCOR introduces Beechcraft Premier in aircraft training.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. AEROCOR introduces Beechcraft Premier in aircraft training. AEROCOR announced the launch of its in-aircraft Beechcraft Premier recurrent training program designed to help pilots maintain proficiency and meet currency requirements while reducing downtime by offering instruction in the pilot's own aircraft. This program provides real-world training tailored to the individual operational needs. The program provides comprehensive ground and flight training that covers essential procedures, emergency scenarios, and regulatory requirements to include Part 61.58 proficiency checks. FSI hosts teachers at Sim Expo. 40 high school aviation teachers from around the state of Oklahoma gathered at the Flight Safety International plant in Broken Arrow for a 2-day event February 10th through 11th to learn more about flight sim techniques and practices employed in the development of flight simulation. The event was put together in collaboration with the Oklahoma Department of Aerospace and Aeronautics and gave teachers the opportunity to listen to engineers, explore aerospace careers, and improve their flight sim skills. Rumors fly for a Southwest merger. After a Southwest executive board meeting, rumors of a potential merger with another low-cost carrier quickly began to gain traction. Stakeholders are looking at JetBlue and Breeze Airways as the top 2 candidates for the tie-up. The theory opened when a Southwest Flight Attendants Union board member, Chris Click, posted hints about major developments on social media. He stated, quote, "Just wrapped up the February executive board meeting. Several important initiatives and issues were discussed. Keep an eye out for those communications," end quote. IAC stalls U.S. nationals for World Championships. The International Aerobatic Club has announced a schedule change for the 2025 U.S. National Aerobatic Championships. The event, originally set for September 21st through 26th, will now take place September 28th to October 3rd at Salina Regional Airport in Kansas. The adjustment was made to accommodate the World Advanced Aerobatic Championships in Hungary, which is scheduled for the week prior. By rescheduling, the IAC is giving the overachievers among aerobatic pilots, volunteers, and supporters time to travel, recover, and compete in both events. That's it for today's Trip Around the Patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. K-State opens aviation maintenance courses to high schoolers. Kansas State University recently opened aviation maintenance and unmanned aerial systems courses to high schoolers. The classes, hosted at the Salina Aerospace and Technology campus, offer hands-on learning opportunities and direct degree pathways. K-State's pre-college programs include aviation maintenance, applied business, applied cyber systems design, and uncrewed aircraft systems. The classes provide real college credits toward an associate or bachelor's degree at a heavy discount, up to 73% lower than the typical rate. Students will mostly tune into classes online to make the programs more accessible, though several opportunities for hands-on learning are available. The aviation maintenance management courses allow high school students to work with simulators and more than 10 aircraft, including a Bell 206 helicopter and a King Air 90 twin-engine turboprop plane. If students choose to pursue an associate degree, they can graduate after just 1 year of post-secondary education with all the tools necessary to take the A&P exam. The testing can even be conducted on the K-State campus, since it's an FAA-certified site. After these messages, FAA changes Notam acronym again.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, two-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
Welcome back. FAA changes Notam acronym again. In a significant yet largely symbolic decision, the FAA has decided to revert the Notam acronym from Notice to Air Missions back to Notice to Airmen. This change, announced in Notice 7930.114, took immediate effect on February 10th. Notams are used for aviators to get an idea of typical day-to-day operations, potential hazards, or airspace changes at airports. Pilots are required by law to sort through Notams before every flight under the FAA's regulation for them to become familiar with, quote, all available information concerning that flight, end quote, before takeoff. The FAA under the Biden administration changed Notams from the long-standing Notice to Airmen name to Notice to Air Missions in 2021. The new term aimed to be more inclusive of female pilots and drone operators. Whether pilots actually used the air missions wording or just kept calling them Notams, the function of the alerts was maintained. Now that the Trump administration has moved in, the 2021 switch has been reverted, and Notam is back to the Notice to Airmen phrase. So what does this mean for pilots? Practically nothing. Notams are still the same jumble of lingo that pilots must decode to learn about a 60-foot crane 5 miles from a runway. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.